In half a mile, make a U-turn at William Street.
What is going on, guys? Today is finally the day. We are putting the wheels on the Civic. Of course, today it had to snow when I woke up, but it's done, it's over with. And today is also the day of the car meet, so I'm super excited for that. But right now we are on our way to the shop. This car is packed to the brim with stuff. It's full. So when we get to the shop, I'm gonna unload this thing, get the wheels out, get all the parts I need out, and today's gonna be an awesome day. All right, guys, so we definitely have our work cut out for us today. I got a lot of awesome stuff to go through, but first things first, I guess it's time to get this thing in the air, get these damn wheels off, get these stupid steelies off. They've been here for long enough. All right, so I guess the first side that I'm gonna do is the rear. The rear is already low enough, as you guys can see. It's been raking this entire time and it looks like shit, so I'm probably just gonna have to lower it a little bit more when I put the wheels on, just so that the fitment looks decent, and maybe mess with the camber a little bit if it's not perfect. But right now I'm just gonna set this down and jack the rear up, take the wheels off, and go to town on the coilovers. All right, so living in New England, you get these issues where the threads get completely rusted over the winter if you don't protect them properly, which I totally forgot. So I'm going to get some WD-40 and get a wire brush and clean up all the threads and get this all lubricated and try to break it free. I know that I did try and just break it free when I put these stiffer springs in, so hopefully it breaks free fairly easy. If not, then I'll be going at this for a while, but we shall see. Well, that worked presently well. Sick. So for those of you that know anything about work wheels, the Meister S1s, they do not have center caps, and they do not make center caps for them. Yes, I could get other work wheel center caps and put them in there, but it wouldn't make sense because they're not VSXX, they're not other brands of work, so I don't want to do that. So right now, I'm just going to tape off the wheel bearing and just kind of get it to a point that it's good, and then I'm just going to hit it with some black just to make it not stand out and be so visible. And then after that, we can put the work wheel on and drop this side and see what the fitment looks like and mess with it from there. All right, you guys, so the wheel bearing is painted, it looks good. I'm going to grab the rear wheel, slap it on. And have I said I'm stoked yet? I think I have like a bajillion times, but yeah, I'm stoked. Make vroom noises.
Bang, 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 bang.
See, he is the engine. So for one of the things that I wanted to get for these is some decent looking lug nuts. I decided to pick up these. They're very just kind of basic looking. I don't know if the camera will focus, but the way you tighten them is with a giant Allen key bit in the middle, which is this piece here. So I'm going to put these on. They just have this nice clean look to them, and it's dope. So, ooh, this is gonna be good. My leg. Oof. That's gonna tuck right in. I need a little bit more though. I need a little bit more. Ooh.
And I gotta slam the front too for that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna slam the front too. Yup, I need to go a little bit more. If I can get it to where it's just to right here, I'll be happy. So
To right there?
I was gonna say, yeah, right here, a little bit more. Yeah, no, I'm super stoked with this. So I'm gonna jack this up, take the wheel off, lower the coil a little bit more, try this again, see if this fits, and we should be good. All right, well, I ran into a bit of an issue. The coil's bottomed out. I cannot lower it anymore, and I was able to get it probably like half an inch lower, so hopefully it looks good the way it is. I would like to go another inch lower, but with these, you know, backyard setup coilovers, I guess that's not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna throw the wheel on and we'll see how it looks. All right, so we definitely cut it close on this one. Camber is maxed, and it just happens to be perfect. Coilover is maxed, and it just so happens to be perfect. So we got very lucky here, but hopefully it transitions to the same side over there, and that side looks just as good. Yeet. All right, so the driver's side wheel is on. It's a little bit higher than the passenger side.
A little bit bent.
A little bit bent. Okay, this is, it'll be fine the way it is. I'm gonna let it settle too, so hopefully over time it'll match. But fitment is perfect on both sides, and I'm stoked. Now I'm going to jack the fronts up, take the front wheels off, and then I'll get into the parts that I have for the front. All right, guys, so I have something really cool for the front of the car. MPC Motorsport was so kind enough to send me this stuff. This is for the Del Sol. This is an engine dress-up kit, but I will make a separate video on this. For this video, though, we are going to be using MPC Motorsport's drop forks for the front coilovers. What these do is they lower your car an extra 2 inches beyond what your coils can do. So I'm going to take the stock forks off, and I'm going to put these forks in, and we will see the height difference just from the forks alone. And then after that, I will adjust the coilovers and put the wheels on. Hopefully we have enough travel on the coilover to get the front fitment to what I want before cutting anything and all that stuff. So let's get the front forks out, and then we will put the MPC Motorsport drop forks in. So I'll jack the ISO up a little bit, but right in here, you can see that bolt right there. Undo that bolt, that will release the tension on the fork, and then you would undo the bolt on the bottom of the fork right there, and the whole fork will fall out, and then you can take the fork out, and then we will replace the fork with the MPC drop fork. All right, so I got the stock fork out. Now we can measure it up with the drop forks and show you the height difference. So right there off the bat, get this lined up with the holes. That is about a 2-inch difference just from the drop forks, which is super sick. So I'm going to grab the corresponding drop fork, throw it in, and then we'll lower the front of the car and see what it looks like on the stock wheels. And then we will pick it up, lower the coil, do all that good stuff. You know what? I actually think I'm going to lower the coil while it is out of the car, just because it's already out, and why put it in and then lower the car? It just seems like it would be a lot easier to do it that way. Okay, so after a lot of struggling with the threads on the coilover, I decided, screw it, I'm not gonna put the fork in, put the wheel on, and then put it down, and then do it all over again and lower the coil. So I put the fork in, and I lowered the coil as far as it'll go in the front. So I'm gonna throw the wheel on and drop the car and see what it looks like. And I'm hoping that we have enough travel in the coilover to give us the fitment that I'm looking for, or at least close for now. So let's do it. right, so it's not the end of the world. These the MPC forks did their job perfectly, and it looks good, but it's definitely not low enough, in my opinion. Definitely not low enough. So the issue and the reason why is because the springs in the front are an inch taller than the springs in the back. So with this being maxed out in the front and the rear, it doesn't add up. So I have to order an inch shorter spring for the fronts, and then I can swap the springs out in the coilovers and it'll match. So that's my dilemma right now, but right now I'm going to work on the passenger side, get that all taken care of, put the MPC drop fork in and lower the coil as far as it'll go, throw the wheel on, and then we'll be done. Regardless if the fitment doesn't look perfect, I'm still super excited to see this car on work wheels.
Look who came over to visit. You are so adorable. You know what? Poofy. Poofy microphone. So adorable.
I thought she was gonna like rip it off.
All right, so we put the passenger side suspension all back together. We did all of that. What's cool is that when we did the passenger side, it actually lowered the driver's side some more, so now it looks good. Only problem is that it is severely close to rubbing here and especially on the passenger side. So I may have a couple rubbing issues, and I'm just hoping that I don't bacon this fender. But for right now, we are going to get some good shots of this thing. I'm going to take it out, drive it around. Actually, I'm going to have a friend drive it because I have to film it. So we're going to do that, and then that'll be the end of this video. I hope that you guys are as stoked as I am because this thing looks nuts. I'm blown away. I'm so happy that this thing has the wheels on and the way it's looking. It's just so good. So I need to get the front lowered some more, and I need to get shortened spindles and shorter springs and all that stuff. So once I have all that stuff, I'll be able to go a little bit lower, but as of right now, it's gonna stay at the height that it's at, especially since it's a daily. I don't wanna screw with it too much, but I'm super stoked on how it looks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I know I did, and I will see you all in the next one, which will be very soon.